Please offer your view on the proposed internet shutdown.
So Obama's authority to shut down
Obama's
the internet
authority.
in the least.
Well, there's been,
What he's
yeah, there's been
trying to
some talk that the federal government had the ability to affect access to the internet. You know, he can't shut the whole thing down. Well, you know, I guess we shouldn't be shocked. China did that, didn't it? I'm not sure that necessarily the American people want to become China. And the only thing I can assure you is that if there were an attempt to do that, Congress would be extremely quick, and I think it would be bipartisan to make sure that an initiative like that didn't happen. We're in a position in this country we have to increase the lines of communication that the American people have, not begin to shut them off and to limit them. And in part, there's a reason for you to stay involved, not just in the election cycle, but in how government is run.
Senator, have you read the health care bill? And what parts can you agree to, and what are absolutes that you feel must be in a bill on health? This question was asked by Judith McDavid.
Thank you, Judith. And the answer is I sat through 56 and a half hours over 3.5 weeks of the Senate health bill that was marked up. Yes, I read every page, every word. And also offered about 125 amendments to that bill. The unfortunate thing for me was the focus of every debate is not the Senate passed bill or the Health Committee passed bill in the Senate. The focus of the rest of America has been H.R. 3200, the bill that was passed out of the Ways and Means Committee in the House. So now I have had to go back and read the 1,046 pages of the House passed bill, which is different from the Senate bill. I'm not through the whole thing, personally, but I'm through the key elements of it to know in detail where things are confusing and won't work. I won't highlight all of them. I will tell you that I don't see a satisfactory solution if the federal government becomes more involved in healthcare. I see that as a loss of benefits and an increasing cost. I think as a businessman, and I still am a businessman at heart, 17 years, when I put my businessman hat on and I look at a healthcare system that I think is unsustainable at its current level of investment, then you understand why it's so foreign to me that we would start the debate with how much more money we have to put in it to reform it. If you put more money in it, all you're doing is accelerating its demise. What we need to do is we need to redirect the money that's in it so we get a different outcome on cost and on the quality of care. And that's where the debate should have started. So any attempt to inject more money, especially if it's not paid for and it contributes long-term to the debt in the country, I am vehemently opposed to. The President's plan injects somewhere between 1.2 and 2 trillion new dollars to it in years 1 through 10. But I would tell you that I don't want you to fall asleep looking at years 1 through 10. What you got to look at is year 10 through 30. And it's 10 through 30 that will determine whether this is financially sustainable. And I would tell you this blows the top off of our economy in years 10 through 30. So it is absolutely essential that we address this in a way. Why would we design a new healthcare system that was not sustainable well into the future? And the truth is, the only way you would do that is if your intent were for the federal government to take over 100% of healthcare.